Hey everyone, welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max Loga. Today will be Thursday, October 17th. Sam, that means we're going to have two episodes posted. And today will be Passionate Picks Round 8. We are happy to have who, Max?
Mr. Cole Bradley, former LVC hockey player, an LVC alum now, recent grad, great friend, a great fashion wearer, you said you're not a girl, and a hell of a roller hockey player. So welcome, Cole.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Of
Absolutely.
course, Cole said it before we hopped on, a reoccurring guest. I love it. He's officially a reoccurring GHL, or a great heroic listener. And Max, the word you were looking for, a fashionista.
Yeah, but he's not a girl.
Doesn't make you a chick, dude. Being a
Oh,
fashionista means you have a very good fashion sense.
he has a great fashion sense.
I
All right,
appreciate that.
all right. We will soon judge that in an up and coming podcast episode. We'll just judge a bunch of athletes wearing their clothes. So we'll throw Cole in that mix. Great stuff. Happy to have you, Cole. Great jersey. Hopefully it's Aaron Hernandez.
Ocho Cinco.
Damn.
Even better.
Yeah. Going,
I
gone
agree.
forever. Not even on Cole's back. All right. Before we get to our picks this week, let's do a little due diligence. Let's shout out to our sponsor, Mr. Picky. Passionate Picks are brought to you by sponsor Mr. Picky's Lawn Service. With the faster approaching, it's already here. It's almost winter. Season of fall, your leafy summer leaves will soon morph into a not so friendly nuisance. Too lazy or simply don't want to rake? Have no fear. Mr. Picky is near. For all of your fall cleanup and winter needs, give 989-820-6830 a call, and Mr. Picky will take care of all those weeds. Not only is Mr. Picky an owner of a fairly okay lawn business, a low level podcast sponsor, he's also now a football picking promoter. Mr. Picky is offering $25 to either the lawyer, engineer, teacher, or celebrity guest picker for if any of them go 8-0, and then if any of them go 16-0 on the whole week with both college and NFL picks, Mr. Picky has indicated you quadrupled offer for a grand prize of $100. Mr. Picky's Lawn Service, where leaf hoarder meets gambling supporter. Sam, we asked you before we hopped on how you did last week in the NFL, and you said, no, I don't know. So in fact, you went 7-1 with both your locks hitting. You got 10 points, our high score in the NFL this year. Well done, my friend.
Snaps, dude. Hell of a run, man.
Yeah, I just felt it so good. I knew deep down, I knew.
You were touched. You were touched. All right, well done. Parker took second out of us, and Parker actually leads the way for our guest pickers with 8 points. He has 2 points ahead of the next closest, which is Mr. Mac Diver. So Parker, well done. College, Max, you continue to lead the way. You raked in 6.5 points, as did I. Max, you are 47.5 points ahead. I have 41.5. Sam, you're in last in college. You're doing pretty bad. 35.5. You got a 4 spot last week. Parker, not so hot, 4.5. So we've got work to do in NFL. You guys both nudged your way over the 500 meter. I'm still below. We're all Max. Sam, you're below 500 in college. Max and I are above. So we got some work to do, kind of all over the board. With that, Cole, we wish you the best of luck. We hope to see you back in the playoff time, playoffs for the GHLers and their picking. So if you do, you hear the mark. It's 8 points. Second place is 6. You got to be top 2 in all of this. And then in college, the high mark is 8.5, and then an 8. So a little stiffer competition over in the college ball. So best of luck this week. And I will now stop talking and throw it to Max for the first pick of the week. Max, go ahead, our Friday night game.
Yeah, I'm glad this team made the picks this week. It's Oklahoma State, one of my favorites. A big fan favorite, Oklahoma State. Just kidding. I can't stand them. They're on the do not bet list. They're going to BYU. Things are going to get crazy at BYU. I don't know what day this game is. Maybe it's a Friday nighter. Is it? It's a Friday nighter, and things are going to be freaky out there in Utah. So give me BYU minus 9.5.
Yeah, a lot of soaking going down in Provo. So I will join Max with the Cougs. I'm on the BYU Cougars at 9.5. Cole, what are you thinking here?
I agree. Looking at this, BYU stands out to me as someone that always is going to come in and at least compete. And I just personally would pick them in this game as well.
I like it. Sam.
Yeah, I'm hopping on the train. BYU's a fun pick. Whenever they pop up on the list, I always I take them. So give me BYU.
I like
There
it.
goes Oklahoma State taking that one from us.
BYU was a lock for me last week and they did me well. So let's see if they get back to my lock board this week. All right, let's head to the ACC. Sam, go first on this one. This is a pretty good big game. Miami travels to Louisville, Max's favorite stadium in all the Atlantic Coastal Conference. Who you got, Sam?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. The weather has broke. It's a little chilly up here now for Miami traveling, but I don't think it matters. I think Miami comes in and takes care of business in Louisville.
I like it. Cole.
I actually have Miami as my lock of the week.
Ooh.
Really, I think you look at Ward, second in yards, tied for first in touchdowns. I think he is best quarterback in college football. You look at Louisville against top 25 teams, they're 0-2, and they've lost by 7 both times. So I think you look at this spread and I see Miami covering.
That makes sense. Max, do you agree?
I mean, they could have told me that Miami's third string quarterback was starting, and I would still take Miami. I can't stand Louisville. For reasons well known on this podcast, I cannot stand Louisville and whatever financial bank their stadium's called. Dylan?
Rosel's baby.
They
I'm
will
on
be.
the cards.
They
They'll be
will be.
blasting the music. We blast the music. They don't lose again. They lost. I bet on them big last time. They lost to SMU, one of the two top 25 teams. The other team was Notre Dame. I don't know. I just think Miami continues to get by the hair on their chin, and I think their luck runs out. I think they're going to lose the game. I think Louisville's going to find a way to win this game, and if not, they'll cover a field goal, last second field goal for Miami to win. So I'll take the Cardinals to make the board a little better looking for all of us. Let's head to maybe one of the biggest games in all the Big Ten this weekend. Let's head to Bloomington, Indiana. Cole hit lead off on this one. Nebraska at Indiana. Nebraska 6.5-point underdogs.
I like Nebraska in this one. I don't know why. I have a horrible history of betting against Nebraska. So I think as much as, I always would like to bet against them, I think in this one specifically, I don't want to say I can see the future, but I feel like when my past has shown so much, it's trying to teach me a lesson, and that is not to go against them this week. So they have my pick.
You got to rub that crystal ball.
Yep, all day.
Max, are you joining Cole?
Yeah. Ever since like Tuesday when the Indiana head coach went on some press conference and said, Google me, all I do is win. Dude, this is like your first winning record in the last 7 years. Shut the hell up. Give me Nebraska by at least. They're going to cover, and that's all I need them to do. They're probably going to straight up win this game. So that guy.
Did you Google him?
No, I didn't. I just saw it. Couldn't
Where
even
do
tell
you-
you his name. Irrelevant.
Where did he coach last year, Max?
I don't know. Irrelevant. Where?
James Madison, my dog.
Oh, the newly acquired FBS team. What was he talking? FCS? Oh, all he does is win.
Google it, man. Google
Can't
it.
even, it's a waste of time. Can't even make a bowl game. They're bowl eligible. What is he talking about?
They did go to a bowl game, though. And he's a pretty good looking guy. He's like 60 something. He looks like he's 49. Google him.
No, he's not getting a Google search off me.
All right.
Give me Mark Rule. Matt Rule.
Sam, are you on the Big Red or are you on the Hoosiers?
So this game has a lot of implications here that I think are overreaching, and it's why I'm picking who I'm picking. And it's not about this weekend, it's about next weekend. And next weekend, Indiana plays Michigan in Indiana, and Indiana's going to enter that game as 7-0, and Michigan's going to break some hearts in the state of Indiana. Give me Indiana to win this weekend, but not next weekend.
All right. I'm giving you Indiana, but I'm going to do some fact checking here. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Michigan actually hosts in-state rival Michigan State next weekend.
Oh, sorry. It's 11-9. It's a couple of weekends away.
There it is.
Still.
But to your point, they still could be. We're talking
Yeah,
nine.
that's circle.
Yeah. Are you going to go to the game, Sam?
If I can pull some strings, Hannah's uncle has tickets to it.
Michigan may need some boots on the ground. I love that for you. That makes me want to pick Indiana here. -6.5 is quite steep. I think Sammy could be right that Indiana wins the game, but I could see Nebraska covering this. And a Nebraska alum, he's a mainstay. Will Compton, big Nebraska guy. He may have just hosted one of the, if not the biggest name in all the world on a podcast this week, and it's hard to go against DT and WC. So I'll ride the Big Red and Donald Trump's boys. So I want Nebraska. Well, let's head to the MAC. A little Maction, Max. Who you got, Toledo or Northern Illinois?
TOL.
EDO.
EDO, baby. Give me Toledo 2.5. I feel like this is a flip of a coin. You never know what you're going to get with Maction.
So true. Cole?
I agree that I think this one's a flip of a coin, but I'm going to go with Northern Illinois based solely on the fact that they were able to beat Notre Dame. I think going there and doing that tells me this team has enough to definitely beat Toledo. Definitely cover the spread, but I mean, I see them going in here and winning by 2 scores. So I'm going to take Northern Illinois.
Sam?
TOL, EDO, give it to me. I didn't even know they were on the bet list when I put this on, but here we are.
It's a great shirt, Sam. Great shirt. Go Rockets. I'm on the Rockets as well. Honestly, I've watched Toledo play live. They're not that great, but I don't think Northern Illinois is either. They followed up that Notre Dame victory with a fall on their face loss. I think, Max, I think you said it first. It's a flip of the coin. I don't know. It just depends on what day the coin flips. There's a toss up, and that's why I tossed it in. Good luck on that, fellas. Let's go to the second best game in the SEC this weekend. Alabama heads back to Tennessee. I think, Max, correct me if I'm wrong, was it last year when fans rushed the field when Tennessee beat Alabama? Or was that 2 years ago?
I think where's this game? This game's at Tennessee. That would have been 2 years ago when the field goal post ended up in the river.
Yep. All right. So, Max, 2 years ago. Who you got in this game?
This is tough. I mean, this is another good game. The spread's low. I'm going to take Bama to win by a field goal. I think it's going to come down to said field goal, and I think that's why they're going to cover. They're either going to cover with that field goal or they're going to lose the game. So give me Bama just covered by that field goal.
All right. I like it. Sam?
Yeah. Did Alabama lose last weekend?
They won barely.
By the hair of their chinny chin chin. So yeah, go ahead and give me Tennessee. I think some goalposts are gonna end back up in the river again.
I like it. Sam's on the Volunteers. It's a good river. Sam, Max, and I once stayed on a boat that was docked nearby the river where the old Tennessee Volunteer. That is the Volunteer Tennessee River. I don't know what the name. Do you know?
No idea, but we swam in it. I don't recommend it, but we did it.
Yes, we did. I'm with Max. I'm going Crimson Tide. Sam, you kind of mentioned it. Alabama barely won last week. They lost to Vandy the week before. I think it's time to wake up here, fellas, and kick it into gear. Bama loses this game. They're kind of sniffing around, not make the playoff situation, potentially. So I'll take Alabama -2.5. Cole, what are you thinking here?
I learned that I will not bet against Bama. I think for a lot of years, a lot of people felt that way about New England. You don't bet against Brady. And I know Saban's not there anymore, but you don't bet against Saban. And I'm just going to continue that and not bet against Bama. I think it teaches a lot of people week after week. And I think this is going to be another example of Bama coming out and proving that they are once again still Alabama. So I'll take Bama.
I like it. Kellen DeBoer, yeah, he ain't no Saban, but he's still the head coach of the men. Those same men, Sam, lost to a certain team from the state of Michigan last year. Who do you have, Sam? The defending national champions or shit-ass Illinois?
Yeah, that was a tough one. Going into Illinois could be a rowdy crowd, but I think Michigan may have found what they've been looking for in a quarterback. So give me Michigan. It's a tight game, and I think Michigan can do better than that. So
I like it. Good pick, Sam. Cole, what do you think?
Well, I'm not going to come on this podcast best and pick against Michigan.
I do it every week, Cole.
I'm a Michigan guy. I always, have been. I think it started with Brady, and I think just this week I gotta go Michigan. Go blue.
Go blue. I like that, Cole.
When in Rome.
I like that. One in midst of national champions. I like that. Max.
Yeah. So I'm not a big alcoholic drinker, and when I do not want to drink champagne. I'm gonna stay away from Champaign, Illinois. You like that, Dylan? Got you.
I was running there.
But no, not a realistic football talk. Michigan coming off a bye week, I think that just gave Jack Tuttle more time to get comfortable with the starters, get his feet under him. Coming off a bye week, I think Michigan has a good game plan set, and they're going to use it. So Michigan 3.5 with ease.
Yeah, great little tidbit there, Max. I've had my fill of champagne, if we're being honest. So I'm with you. Yeah, that's a basketball school, not a football school. I was on Purdue last week. Our guest pickers told us all that Purdue was the worst team in college football. Well, that worst team in college football almost went to Champaign last weekend, took Illinois to overtime. I think Illinois was overlooking Purdue, and as a result, now they're going to be in trouble because they got a little banged up. You both nailed it, Max and Sam. Jack Tuttle may have been found and may be the answer. I think Michigan defense shows up and shows out. They get a couple turnovers, and the Michigan offense cashes in. I think Michigan wins by a couple touchdowns. So go blue, as Cole would say. All right, Cole, hit leadoff on this Big Ten Saturday night game in East Lansing, Michigan. Iowa -5.5 at Michigan State.
I hate to say this one. I do like Michigan State in this game, especially to cover. Honestly, I think they're going to come in here, and I think this is going to be a tighter game than a lot of people predict. I was honestly surprised where the spread was at. I thought that it was going to be a little wider originally, but I do think Michigan State's a good team, and I see them coming in and playing well. So I'm going to go with them to cover.
All right, Michigan State +5.5. Sam, what about you?
I just had to do a quick fact check here on where these teams are at in the Big Ten, because genuinely no idea. Because I was kind of leaning towards Michigan State. It's a night game. It's at Michigan State. It's being hyped up on the cop. But Iowa's higher, but my gut, I'm going to go with the gut. Give me Michigan State. I might regret it. Probably already am, but it's fine.
Max, is that a good pick?
Hell yeah, it's hyped up to be on the cock. That's a great quote, Sam. Yeah, I mean, like Cole said, it could be a good game. I still think Michigan State's quarterback is going to do what I've said every week. He's going to throw a late interception. He's going to set up Cade McNamara, the perfectionist of the 5-yard throw. He's going to need like 5 of them, and they're going to find their way into the end zone. So give me Iowa to cover with a late, shitty touchdown.
I like it. So Sam, you made the point, like, where are these teams at? If you kind of look at Michigan State, they've been trending downward, but they've played very good teams. Not really. They played Boston College and lost to them. I despise Michigan State. I think I've said nothing but mostly nice-ish things about them this year, and I'm done with it. We're starting piss on Michigan State week early. I think Iowa is a shitty team, but they just blasted Washington, and I think that's why the spread moved up. I think the spread would have been like 3 or 2.5, honestly. But I'm taking Iowa -5.5. I think Michigan State, Max, you nailed it. They're going to have 6 turnovers, and with Iowa's vaunted defense, Michigan State picks up another loss before they pick up another loss next weekend. All right, let's move on to the game of the week. Georgia at Texas. Cole, as our guest picker, please take us through this one.
I like Texas here. I think I get when 2 top 5 teams are playing each other, they're going to keep the spread close. But I think after seeing what Texas did to Michigan, I know there is a lot of outlying effects to that game. But ultimately, I think they're the best team in college football. And I just see them coming out and proving that once again. I think every measuring stick game they've had so far, they've gone above and beyond to prove why they're number one, and I think this week's going to do that exactly for them. So give me them.
All right. Cole's on the Longhorns. I'm also on the Longhorns. Beat the piss out of Oklahoma last week. Kind of weak sauce to plant a flag in the middle of the field. I'm like, come on, Baker Mayfield, it's long over, done and gone. I don't like Texas one bit, but I think they have the men at the offensive and defensive line. I would like to see Georgia make it a game, but also part of me just wants Texas to beat the living piss out of Georgia, kind of knock Georgia back a bit. Hopefully they don't make the playoffs. So I'm on the Longhorns as well. Max, what about you?
Yeah, this is the first time Georgia's been an underdog in the last 50 games they have played. That's a lot of games. It's a lot of seasons. When Bama entered that as underdogs, I said, hammer Bama. It was against said Bulldogs, and it did me right. Hammer Georgia. There's something
Ooh,
in the air. They're still SEC dogs. They ain't no Big 12 dogs. Men are going to be men. Give me Georgia.
buyers beware. Buyers beware. Max saw a plus some number and he got excited. Sam, are you excited for the plus number?
I don't know what that means, but I do know location matters. And if this game was in Georgia, I would take Georgia hand over fist. But it is in Texas. Give me Texas. Home field's gonna be rocking. They're not gonna lose to Georgia.
Say Sam says it here first. Not going to lose to Georgia. Amen to that. And win by at least 4. All right, let's rip through our mortal locks. I'll kick it off. I'm going Bama minus 2.5 at Tennessee. Cole said it best. Don't bet against Bama. Then I'm also doing Big 12 night game, second straight night game for West Virginia. They sucked ass last week against Iowa State. They'll probably suck ass again this week against Kansas State. I'll take Kansas State minus 3.5. Kansas State's kind of coming into their own. They look good with their quarterback. The dude looks like the lady. His name's Avery. My likely loser, I kind of mentioned SMU. They beat Louisville by 7 earlier this year. They now head off to play Stanford over in California. I'll take Stanford at plus 15.5, and maybe Stanford to pull that one out. Sam, give me your locks and likely loser.
My locks this week are gonna be Indiana. Like I said, they got their eyes on the prize. I think a lot of Indiana fans are waiting for them to trip and fail, but it hasn't happened yet. So, and then give me Miami, Florida. They, I think, are just going to be too powerful. And then my likely loser, I kind of went back and forth between a couple different games. I'm very tempted. Did my likely loser hit last week, Dylan, on Clemson?
No, yeah, Wake Forest did not cover.
We'll try one more time. Give me Virginia.
What's
Minus 21 and a half. Come
all right?
on.
Clemson?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Cole, give me your locks. You already said one, but just remind me,
Yep.
and then your likely loser.
So my box, first one that I already mentioned was Miami.
Yep.
Again, I like Ward. Think he's best quarterback in football. My other one is going to be Bama. Like I said, I don't bet against Bama, and I think Bama in big time is always going to be big. And then my likely loser, I have Washington State at
Ooh.
Hawaii. Or I don't know if that game's at Hawaii. It's
They're
not.
home.
It's yeah,
They're home. Washington State's home.
Washington State at home, losing to Hawaii. Book
What's
it.
the spread? Do you have that, Cole? I like
Yes,
that.
19 plus 19
19.
for Hawaii.
All right. It's good. It's a good dog. Before we get to Max, Cole, who's your Heisman winner right now?
Oh, I like Cam Ward, but that is also booking what I see as 4 or 5 good games coming from him. So as of right now, I still think I do like the Boise running back, but I think Cam Ward will have a little more sustainability next couple games.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Cam Ward's got big games coming up, so he's got more to prove. Boise's
Yep.
running back, Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
He's kind of, I don't want to say shy as wad, but yeah. And Max, my dog, Travis Hunter, getting the looks. Max, give us your locks and likely loser.
Yeah, my first lock is Oklahoma at home against South Carolina, just minus 1.5. They just got to win the game for me, and that's a lock. My other one's Kansas State -3. Again, back to head coaches opening their mouth. West Virginia just said, I just hope my fans have fun in the stands and hold their hands and sing Kumbaya. So he's shot his wad. And my likely loser is Biff. Charlotte traveling to play the midshipmen. I think Biff's going to tell them to tackle, and they're going to tackle. They'll keep it within 17.
I like Biff.
I looked at it.
Yep. So there you go.
Good job. Somehow Charlotte was on the TV at some point last Saturday evening or whenever they were playing. And Christina goes, "Who's that guy?" And I got to tell her all about Biff Poggi. So that was a good time. All right, good college picks, boys. We're gonna rip through some NFL picks now. Cole, take it away for our first game, the Thursday night matchup, which will be tonight. Broncos at the Saints. Saints are 2.5-point underdogs.
I like the Saints in this one. I have not liked anything I've seen from Bo Nix. I get he has good games, but I think he has a lot of bad games. And I think the Saints are just a well put together team. I don't think it matters as much who's under center for them. I think if it comes down to quarterback play, whichever quarterback plays better will get this game. But I think ultimately I just see Bo Nix not performing.
Fair enough. Sam, where are you at?
Yeah, I like the Saints. Consistency. That's kind of I feel like the Saints' key to success. So
Hell yeah, Sam. How consistent have the Saints been the last few games?
no idea. I keep picking them. I don't know if they're hitting or not, but
They're not.
we're here.
Right on. Max, who's the starting quarterback for the Saints?
Not Derek Carr.
That's right.
So I can't use that as my statement why I picked him anymore. It's kind of just dead. Like I used to pick him because he had beautiful eyes, but he's gone. So give me Bo Nix. I think he's got a little magic in him. He'll figure out how to cover 2.5 somehow, some way.
All right, I'm with Sam and Cole. I'm on the Saints. Sam, they have been trending the wrong way. They did start off hot. They won their Super Bowl. They beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys might be ass. The starting quarterback is Spencer Rattler, and he's got a little Jimmy shake in him. He's got that albino look. He'll be all right. I'll take the Saints. I do, however, have the Broncos defense this week in fantasy, so I wouldn't mind maybe a couple big Bronco defensive plays. Let's go to Colts Patriots over in England, eh? Well, that's the wrong language or way to talk, but that's all right. Cole, go ahead, go first again. Patriots plus 5.5 at Jacksonville, but in London.
Maybe I'm going to be biased here. New England is 3-1 outside of the U.S. with 3 very decisive wins in the Brady era. I think we're entering a new era with Drake May. I really like what I saw from him last week. Give me New England not only to cover, but to win.
Ooh, I like it. Max, are you with Cole and Aaron Hernandez and everything that Cole roots for as a Patriots fan? Deflating balls, murder, stealing, cheating.
Super Bowls.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I was, but the only reason I'm going to take Jacksonville and how bad they are is they got to sightsee all week long in London. They didn't have to pick up anything and move. So they got real comfortable over there. And I think that's why they win. Jacksonville.
Nice. Sam.
That I'm glad you had to go next because Max, that is the exact reason they're gonna lose by 30 points again.
All right.
I was waiting for you to explain that, but all right, I'm with it. I'm with Sam and Cole again on this. Cole, all those reasons I listed off: murder, cheating, championships, awesomeness. That's why I love the Patriots. They're winners. All they do is win. Yeah, they're in a rough patch right now, but they're winners. If anyone ever talks shit to you, just look at your fingers and then you look at your second hand, and that's how many rings you've been able to be alive for. So you can tell them that off. Go Patriots. And Max, Jacksonville is an abysmal team. I think their head coach won't be coming back to the United States after this week.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, Doug Peterson.
They're playing an abysmal team too. So it's a battle of what?
Battle of coaches then, and Bill Belichick.
But Drake May's there.
Yeah. And Max, you also said to sightsee in London. What's there to see in London? Cloudy weather and shitty rain?
I don't know. I've never been.
Yeah, well, that's all there is. All right, let's move to sunny Lambeau Field. Sam loves the Packers. Um, and they're 2.5 point favorites at home against the Texans. Sam, you on the Packers?
Oh yeah, easy money. You hammer that.
Max, are you hammering that?
I'm hammering my Houston Texans.
Ooh, quick
Do
hat
it, Max.
change.
This is free money.
Do it,
This
Max. Lock it.
this
Lock
is
it.
it is one of my locks. It
Good.
is one of my locks.
I'll
This
lock
is
the
free money.
Packers. I'll lock the
Free
Packers.
money. CJ Stroud is going to throw the ball all over Lambeau. He's even going to mix in a Lambeau leap. Tank Dell's going to get one, too. Packers ain't shit.
Taking the Texans.
Taking the Texans.
All right, good deal. Cole, you know the Texans or the Packers?
I'm going to agree with Max here and go with the Texans. I think that offense is high powered. It's a machine. And I mean, the Packers are good, but I don't trust Love all that much, not compared to Stroud. So give me the Texans.
Yeah, I'm with the Texans as well. I just for all the reasons I already said. And the Packers have already shown that they can lose at home, lost the Vikings. So I'll take the Texans. I think they're clicking and they had a good get right game. Who they play last week, Cole?
I think they were on a bye last week. I don't
Yeah, it felt like
I don't know if I
like
caught that game if they played. I don't know.
It felt like that for them. So all right,
Yeah,
we'll move on
maybe.
to the game of the week in most houses this weekend. Lions at Vikings, the battle to see who's number one in the NFC North. An NFC North that has it's probably one of the best. It is the best division in football. So I'll go first. Lions head to Minnesota. They're 2.5 point underdogs. This. Oh, I love it when they're plus money. I think it's only the second time this year that they've been plus money, maybe even the first. I'm going to hammer the piss out of this. I'm taking Lions plus 2.5. I'm ripping the money line. Max, you bet Montgomery and Gibbs anytime touchdown didn't hit last week, but it will hit this week. I think they go into Minnesota and show them what's up. They really, really, really want to win this. Dan Campbell, like he was stressed out talking about it on Monday about Minnesota. Like he's that fired up. So I can't freaking wait. Woo! Go Lions. Cole, what do you think?
I think if you would have showed me this game at the beginning of the year and told me the Lions were plus money, I'd never believe it. And I think I don't care what the Vikings have done. I know what Detroit's done. I know what they're about. I think Vikings are bound to implode eventually. Give me Detroit.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Sam.
Yeah, I think it's probably like you said, it's going to be the game of the week. Not just for the up north people. I think it's going to be the game of the week for most of the country. So give me the Lions here in a close one, but I think they'll pull it out.
Yep, and you get the point, so it works out either way. Max.
Yeah. Just if you want free money, GHLers, it's literally free. They're just gonna give it to you. You parlay the Texans and the Lions together, and it's gonna give you absurd money, free money. Lions plus 2.5. Lock it in.
We are not a gambling consulting firm. We do
I'm gonna
not
have to watch.
provide actually free money, and we shall not redeem any sort of failed or misfortuned losses. All right, let's move on to the next game. Max, kick lead off on this one. Sam and I indicated the Lions Vikings was the game of the week. This might be a close second, we'll say. Yeah. Chiefs at 49ers. 49ers are 1.5 point favorite in the Super Bowl rematch. What do you got, Max?
I think that's the only reason it's close because it's a Super Bowl rematch. The 49ers are kind of chugging their way along, waiting for Christian McCaffrey to come back, which he will be next week. But the Chiefs plus money, I'll take plus 1.5.
Ooh, all right. Cole, what are you thinking here?
I know I keep saying this, but I learned don't bet against Brady. Mahomes isn't Brady, but if you give Mahomes plus money, I'm never going to bet against him there. In fact, I don't think I'll ever bet against Mahomes in general. So give me Pat Mahomes plus money.
All right, we have 2 plus money Pat Mahomes bets. Sam.
Yeah, give me the 49ers. Like Max said, I think they're kind of chugging, waiting for Christian McCaffrey to come back, but that hasn't really kind of handicapped them all as much as people think. So give me the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going to join you on the 49ers, Sam. I think the 49ers are the kings of winning games that don't really matter. And the Chiefs are kind of like wading in water as well. Both these teams are kind of just like murking along. And I think just the 49ers not having to travel, they just pull out a win. 1.5 points, basically pick them. So I think it's a last second field goal, and Jake Moody comes through. So I'll take the 49ers. All right, let's head to Sunday Night Football. The newly acquired Jets, or the Jets and the newly acquired Devontae Adams take on the Steelers, who are underdogs on Sunday night. Sam, who do you got here?
Yeah, that just blows my mind, honestly, that the Steelers at home are underdogs. Give me the Steelers. A Sunday night game in Pittsburgh. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I'll join you. Mike Tomlin's a dog. I'll take the Steelers as well. Max,
I'm on the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, best coach in the league.
Cole.
I'm going to go against you guys and say, this is a legacy game for Rodgers. Head coach is gone, and you got a weapon that you've been asking for. So put up or shut up. And he's a Hall of Famer, so I'm not going to go against him here.
I like it. All right, let's head to Monday Night Football. We'll do reverse of what they're listed. Let's do the ESPN Plus game first. So that is the Chargers and Cardinals. So Sam, you can watch Monday Night Football this week. It's on ESPN Plus only. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites. Who do you like there, Sam?
Cardinals bounce back game. He was very upset in Lambeau. Couldn't get anything going. Trash field. Give me the Cardinals.
All right, Cole.
I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I really like Herbert. Big fan of Harbaugh. I think they come in and, I think they go to business here.
I like it. Max.
Jim Harbaugh is 2-0 with Artelio Flutter. He's going to make it 3-0. Chargers, please.
Who's got it better than us? Well, Chargers.
Nobody.
Yeah, that too. And as Junior Colson would say, business is hitting people hard and business is booming. So yeah, I'll take the Chargers as well. All right, last game of the week, the second Monday night game that's actually on normal person TV. Ravens at Bucks. Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. We know what Sam's going to do, but Sam, just tell us.
Ravens.
Yeah, Max.
I'm also going to hop on the Ravens.
I'm actually going to go on the Bucks. I think it's a weird game. I think the Ravens are due for a trap game. I'll take the Bucks plus 3.5. They find a way to stay in games they shouldn't. I'm on Bucks and Baker. Cole, what about you?
Last time I was on here, it was for fantasy football, and we had what player were we going to come back with? I said Baker Mayfield last year. He did just that, so I'm not going against him this time either. Give me Baker Mayfield.
I like that a lot. Hell yeah, Cole. All right, Cole, give me your two mortal locks in the NFL.
Okay, I got the Chiefs. Again, I don't think you need any write-up other than Pat Mahomes. And then the Jets. Like I said, I think with all my heart, I'm not a Rodgers guy at all. I think this is a legacy game for him. It's one of the best defenses he's going to play. I think it's time for him to put up or shut up. Those are my two.
I'm not going to bet the Rodgers bet. I'm going to go Eagles. The game we didn't talk about -3 at the New York Giants. Think the Eagles are coming around. And I'm on the Lions. Mortal lock Lions, no doubt. Max, what about you?
Oh, you already told my free money. Lions and Texans.
Love it. Sam.
Yeah, Packers and Steelers. Sunday night in Pittsburgh.
I like it. Great picks, boys. Cole, thank you for joining us on round 8 of Passionate Picks. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
And our quote comes from Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. All right, boys, have a great week.